This is an example program. In the main function, we defined two variables named I and j without initializing any value. We got the nested for loop. Here we can see initially the value of j is 0 and we are checking the condition. If j is less than 5, yes, the condition is true. Get into the for block, the outermost for statement. Now again we are using a for statement. Here we are using the value of I is 0, I is less than 5, I plus plus. Now if the value of I becomes 3, go to print. This is a go to statement and this is the label print which we defined after the for loop. We cannot write the labels above the go to statements. We can write label below the go to statements, that is valid, and we can see the output. If the value of I becomes 3, go to print stopped. The entire loop is discarded. Operators. Ternary operator. Ternary is a basic conditional expression involving three parts. The first one is condition followed by question mark. If the condition is true, execute this block of statement, or else execute the next part of statement. This is an example program of ternary operator. Here we can see the condition is 10 is greater than 3. Yes, the condition is true. Execute this part of statement, the one which is left to colon operator. You can see the output 10 is greater, 10 is greater. Unary operator. A single operator could be incremented or decremented. This is a program to demonstrate the unary operator. In the main function, we defined four variables a, b, c, d with the value 10 for each variables. Now we are pre-incrementing the value of a. That is, first increment the value of a, then print. In the printf function here, we are incrementing the value of a. We are pre-incrementing the value of a. Increment the value of a, then print. Before the value of a is 10, pre-increment it becomes 11. We can see that in the output. Next is post increment. First we are printing the value of b, then we are incrementing the value of b. Before the value of b is 10, print it, then increment. You can see the value is 10. Next is pre-decrement. We are decrementing the value of c here first, then we are printing the value of c. Before the value of c is 9, we are pre-decrementing it, the value becomes 9. Finally, the last case is post decrement. First we are printing the value of d, that is 10. Then we are decrementing the value of d. Here we can see the value of post decrement is 10. Arithmetic operators. There are 5 basic arithmetic operators. Those are addition, subtraction, division, multiplication, and modulus, or you can call it as remainder symbol. This is an example program to demonstrate arithmetic operators. In the main function, we defined two variables a and b. 12 is assigned to a, 10 is assigned to b. We called 5 printf functions. First, print addition, the addition of a and b, then a minus b, then a multiply b, then a divide b, then a modulus b, which gives us the remainder. Here we can see the output. Relational operators. There are 6 relational operators, that is equality, equal, not equal, less than or equal to, greater than or equal to. We are comparing two values in relational operators, and the final result of the relational operator is either the result could be true or it could be false. This is an example program. In the main function, we define two variables a and b. and we called printf function 6 times. In the first case, we are comparing whether the value of A is equal to B. 12 is equal to B. No, the condition is false. The output is Boolean 0 or false. Is A not equal to B? Yes, the condition is true. The result will be Boolean true 1. Is A greater than B? Yes, 12 is greater than 10. Is A less than B? No. Is A greater than or equal to B? Yes. Is A less than or equal to B? No. Logical operators. There are 3 logical operators in C, that is logical AND, logical OR and invert. Logical AND operator returns true if expression 1 and expression 2 both must be true. If either of the expression is false, the result will be false. Next is logical OR returns true if either of the expression 1 or expression 2 is true. If both the expressions are false, the logical OR operator will result false. Invert. Invert converts false to true, true to false. This is a simple example to demonstrate logical operator. In the main function, we defined a variable named A and we assigned value 12 and we called printf function 3 times. Is the value of A 12 is greater than 10? Yes. True. 12 is less than 14? Yes. True. 1 and 1. The resulting output is 1. Both are true. Here we can see the output. Next is logical OR. Is 12 is greater than 12? No. False. 0. Is 12 is greater than 24? No. False. 0. 0 logical OR 0 is 0. The invert operator. Is 12 is less than 20? Yes. The condition is true. Then we are inverting the expression, which becomes false. Here you can see the output. Bitwise operators. There are 6 bitwise operators in C language, that is bitwise AND, bitwise OR, left shift, right shift, invert and XOR. A point to remember, in bitwise operators we are using simple ampersand for bitwise AND, whereas in the case of logical operators we are using double ampersand symbol. This is a simple example to demonstrate bitwise operators. In the main function, we defined 2 variables named A and B and we assigned a binary value to both. Then we are calling 6 printf functions. In the first printf, we are performing bitwise operators on A and B. A and B. 0 and 0 is 0. 1 and 0 is 0. 0 and 0 is 0. 1 and 1 is 1. So the value is 1, 0, 0, 0. That is 8. Here we can see the output 8. Next, A or B. We are performing OR operation here. 0 or 0 is 0. 1 or 1. 0 or 0 is 0. 1 or 0 is 1. 0 or 0 is 0. 1 or 1 is 1. The resulting value is 1010. The decimal value of 1010 is 10. Bitwise left shift. We are left shifting the value of A towards left side to one position. So the value becomes 20. The binary value of A becomes 10100. That is equivalent to 20 in decimal. The same thing follows for right shift, except the values are shifted towards right. We are dividing the value by 2. if we move one place towards right, whereas in the case of left shift, we are multiplying the value by 2 if we shift one bit towards left. Next is bitwise invert. We are inverting the value of A. The MSB bit of the variable A becomes 1, which turns out to be a negative value. If we are using the signed integer value, the MSB bit holds the sign. If the value of MSB bit is 1, the number is considered as negative. If the value of MSB bit is 0, the number is considered as a positive number. Finally, bitwise XOR operator. 0 XOR 0 is 0, 1 XOR 0 is 1, 0 XOR 0 is 0, 1 XOR 1 is 0. 0, 0, 1, 0. That is 2 in decimal. There are 6 assignment operators in C language. Those are equal to. This is a shorthand way of writing the value x is equal to x plus value. Say for instance, we defined a value for x. Now the previous value of x will be appended to the value. The value will be added to the variable x. The same follows for minus equals. In this case, the value will be subtracted. The same thing follows for the multiplication, division, and modulus. This is a simple program to demonstrate the assignment operators. In the main function, we defined a variable a. Next, we are assigning value to a, that is 10. Print the value of a. The value of a is 10. Next, increment the value of a by 1. We are adding 1 to the variable a. This statement is equivalent to a is equal to a plus 1. Before the value of a is 10, now we are adding 1 to the value a. The output is 11. The same thing follows for the subtraction. A minus equal 2, which is equivalent to a is equal to a minus 2. Before the value of a was 11, before the value of a was 11, 11 minus 2 is 2. A asterisk equals 2. This is equivalent to a is equal to a into 2. Before the value of a was 9, a is equal to 9 into 2, that is 18. Here we can see the output 18. The same thing follows for division and modulus. Command line arguments. A functionality to pass arguments via a terminal or a shell. We can also use virtual terminal to pass the arguments. This is an important functionality in Unix operating system. Many of the tools that we have in Unix operating system, such as copying, moving a file or directory, command line arguments are used to pass the values. In the main function, we are passing 2 parameters. The first one is the integer that holds the number of arguments, and the second one is array of argument values. In the main function, we defined a variable named count. Then we wrote a for loop. Count is equal to 0, count is less than number of arguments. Print the argument values by passing the index count. Next, we will run the program by passing the parameters. Here we can see we passed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 parameters. Even the name of the machine executable code that we generated is also considered as a parameter. The next parameter is 10, next 20, hello world. This video is presented by Avari Technologies. Please do hit subscribe button to get more content. Thank you.